My name is Alex Levacher, and I'm currently working as the lead software engineer in Enhancia. So Enhancia is a startup that was co-founded by four former Thelma students that were interested in being entrepreneur as well as students in the school. So they had this group project, and because it was interesting for them, they chose to keep it going and build a startup from that. So this is what Enhancia is. It's basically a startup that was created from a group project in Finland. So it's our biggest product, and it's also basically our only product right now. Okay, so Nova is a ring. It's a ring that was designed for musicians. So this ring allows musicians to be more expressive when they play their music. If you want to be more specific, it was designed for keyboardists. So you might not know it, but a keyboard is not really an expressive instrument. I mean, you just press a key and that's it. You just have the sound of the key you have pressed, and you can't really do anything about this particular sound. So the idea of the ring is that after you press that key, you can still move your hand freely, even though you just pressed a key on the keyboard. So the ring uses that and allows you to create effects from the movement of your hand after you press that key. So it allows musicians to be more subtle and more expressive on what they want to do with their instrument, basically. So at first, the idea was a group project. They were building a device for physically impaired persons to express themselves more freely with music. But after that, we figured that we can broaden the scope, right? Why just think of physically impaired people? Why we can do that for basically every musician? So yeah, that was the idea. Just having a device that can help any musician be more expressive with music. The ring is a sensor. It embeds 9 different sensors that can get the position of the hand and also the momentum of your hand in a 3-dimensional space. After it gets that data, it sends it to what we call the hub. So the hub is a peripheral that you can connect to a synthesizer or a computer. And this hub will compute the data and transform it to a MIDI signal. So a MIDI signal is a signal that can be sent to an instrument. The instrument will know what it means. A MIDI signal can be a note. So you can send a note directly to the instrument, and the instrument will play music for you. We have a small range of different movements. We chose to have very specific movements that we don't want to trigger by accident. So we have 4 of them actually. 2 of them control the pitch of the note. So the pitch is you can make a note go higher or lower if you want. So the first one is a vibrato. You press the key and then you just wiggle your hand like that, and it will create a pitch change, like a sinus wave around the note that you just played. So the second one is pitch bend. You press the key and then you can lean your hand like that, and if you lean it that way, it will make your pitch go higher, and that way it will make the pitch go lower. So those are quite similar to what you would do with a guitar actually. You press a note and then you can do a vibrato or a pitch bend by bending the string of the guitar. So it feels very natural when you're doing that with the ring, with the piano. The 2 other movements control effects. So you can press a key and then modulate the sound. The first one is tilt. So you tilt your hand upward or downward like that, and it can control the filter or the sound in general. And the second one is the roll. So you just do a flick of the wrist like that, and same thing, it controls an effect that way. So we had a Kickstarter campaign last year to back up the whole industrialization process. So we had persons pre-order the ring. So basically we created, we almost finished building the whole product. And now the last step is to actually mass produce it and ship it to the different customers that pre-order the ring. So this is where we are at right now. I think it's quite good, to be honest. But the thing is, we had several people try the ring, and everyone that did try the ring loved it, basically. But the thing is, if you didn't try out the ring, you can't really get a feeling of what it feels like to use it. So it's kind of hard to tell what people think about the ring. But we expect that once we ship the first product, our reputation will grow in the industry, because people will actually try it out and write reviews about it. So this is where we expect our reputation to really grow. Most of the prizes were startup awards. So we won a handful of them, like a dozen of them, but I don't have all the names on the top of my head, but we won Midem 2018, the first place for experiential technologies. We won also several other startup awards, like Lyon Startup, CES. I think the biggest impact will be on live performances, because you can already control the pitch or effects on your music on post-production. You play the thing you want, and then you add the effects after playing the music. So, if you record your music, you'll be able to do it more spontaneously with the ring, but it won't be anything real new. But in live performances, I think this is where the impact will be the biggest, because you can just play the music and add your effects in real time while performing in front of the crowd. So yeah, I think this will be great influence will have on music. Yeah, it is. We have a website, and on this website you can pre-order the ring for the price is between 300 and 400 euros. Yeah, absolutely. We wanted a design that feels like something really artistic. We didn't want the device to just be a device. We wanted it to look beautiful. We almost wanted it to have something that you could wear every day. Well, I don't know if you would do that, but that was the idea behind the design of the ring. We just wanted something that sounds good. We like the aesthetic. We thought that it fits the ring quite well, so yeah, we just went with that.
Okay. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
For your time, and we'll see you next time.